Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of Jobu's day job. I'm actually here at Heritage Hardwoods out in Marshall, Virginia, where I buy a lot of my hardwoods and things in bulk. And this may be some good news as far as the lumber futures goes. But before I get to that, this is the craziest thing that I've ever heard. I just ended up needing about 40 board feet of hard maple, and it's about 650 a board foot right now. I was just like, holy crap. It used to be about 450 or so. After IKEA and things, they use so much of the birch lumber and things that the prices have been going up. Now here's the thing, when I heard that number, I was like, well, geez, how much is the cherry? She said the cherry is dirt cheap. She said it literally breaks her heart because people are buying cherry instead of the maple and painting it. Let me say that again. People are buying cherry and painting it because it's cheaper than the maple and the birch. In fact, she said, and I can't believe this either, that the poplar is $3 a board foot. Poplar was kind of like the redheaded stepchild, the throwaway wood. The fact that that's $3 is crazy. Here's what's even crazier. Poplar is more expensive right now than oak, and that purely goes to commodity. The reason being is people aren't able to get the Baltic birch and stuff and the birch plywood and things, which are a closed grain lumber. So you're using other woods to replace it. So instead of using what people would have used for maple for a smooth finish, they're getting poplar as opposed to pine. Pine, of course, it's hard to get good pine that's not with knots. Then you're dealing with the knots and the color that's coming through. And you can see all of this beautiful lumber over here. I just love this place. Look at this. Look at that. All of that lumber. Now, back to the board foot situation. Lumber futures are sold typically in the 1,000 board feet is what they have it in. And they're changing the way that they're going to start selling it. So as opposed to the 1,000 board feet of random lumber, the way they're supposedly selling it, and I'm trying to understand it, is actually in smaller quantities. And what they're saying is it can be more micro-targeted as opposed to having to buy a big bulk amount of lumber. That's what they tell us, at least right now. The good news is, as we know, that the lumber futures have been around, trading in the $600 range, which is a lot better than the $1,300 or the peak of $1,500 that it was last year. And now, of course, it's holding right there at the 600 range, and they're expecting it to still hold at that kind of number. So the change in the way that they're calculating and selling it in smaller portions should keep it stabilized, and the lumber market itself has stabilized as well. That's my lumber right there. Does that look like $327 worth of lumber? Wow, can't believe maple is that expensive right now.
How's it going?
Hey, how's it going? So, I'm the black F-150.
Okay.
So that's where we are here, guys. I'm going to get my lumber put on the truck, and I've got some cabinets to make, and that's a little education at least on what's going on with the building material situation. Wow. I should have made this out of cherry. That's crazy. That's crazy that cherry is cheaper than, oh, they're carrying it out. Okay.